Welcome to a video that I definitely thought I had already made. I literally thought I had done this video before, and I went through all of my previous videos just to double check, and I haven't, which is really surprising because John Mayer is someone that I have listened to for a very long time. I'm very well acquainted with his whole catalog of music. So it's only fitting that I make my ranking of his top 10 songs. I knew this was going to be a challenge. I knew this was going to be a challenge because John Mayer's music is very loved by many people, and I would say rightfully so. He's a wonderful musician in all areas when it comes to the lyrics, his guitar playing, arrangements, all of it. First and foremost, if you are watching this video, I would love to see in the comments what your favorite John Mayer songs are, because there is no right or wrong answer. And I firmly believe that there is never a right or wrong answer when it comes to making lists like this. It's all subjective, and it's more so just fun for me to make this style of video so I can see in the comments what songs other people love by artists as well. That's truly the part of this that I love the most. But I am basing this ranking off of songs that have stood the test of time. So these are my 10 songs that I have gone back to for years, and I will start at number 10 and work my way down to number 1. Number 10 is a newer song by John Mayer, and I say newer because it's still a few years old, and that is from his 2017 album, The Search for Everything in the Blood. In the Blood was kind of a breath of fresh air for me because lyrically, it's not a love song. And John Mayer is known, a lot of his most famous songs are indeed love songs, whether heartbreak or in love. But this is one of the times where this song is about family and, just questioning if these different challenges and such just run in the blood. And I loved the concept of the lyrics. This one's definitely lyrics-based love for me. It is not a song that has like a grand guitar solo or music breakdown. It is just all about a melody that is easy to sing along to with wonderful lyrics that can get you thinking, and I have loved it ever since. Number 9 is from Battle Studies. I do love the Battle Studies album a lot, and this one I believe is the closer on the album, and that's Friends, Lovers, or Nothing. Opposite of In the Blood, this song is very much so lyrically kind of a relationship woe song, just stating how there's friends, lovers, or nothing. But it is a grand song. This gives you more of that grand electric guitar that so many people know and love from John Mayer. But it just is a very beautiful, musically, very beautiful album closer, has a nice build to it, a very long music outro with guitar solos and backing vocals and ad-libs. It just feels good to listen to music-wise. Number 8 is one that is not, there's not an official recording of this song. This is from his live album, Where the Light Is, released in 2008, and that is In Your Atmosphere. I have come across many other people who love John Mayer who share the same obsession with this song as I do. It is just stunning. It is a stunning song, and I love the fact that it's just a live performance that you're listening to. This is an acoustic guitar only song, and if you have never heard this song by John Mayer, I want you to press pause on this video, go look it up, and then come back and continue to hear me talk about it. Because it's definitely love, a sad love song. And it's just the description of his lyrics. I'm going to stay clear, burn up in your atmosphere. There's this longing. It's just like the mental pictures that the lyrics create for the listener. Whether you can relate to it or not, It's just so vivid and so beautiful. What the icing on the cake of this song is that you think the song is over, and then it's like the part two starts, and it is a wonderful ending. It's such a gorgeous shift that is different from the first part, but it works together so well. Number 7 for me, I think, is going to be a rogue one for some people. It is from his 2012 album, Born and Raised. And this is not the only song I have from Born and Raised. And this song, though, this is rogue. It is Walt Grace's Submarine Test, January 1967. Okay, let me tell you why I have loved this song so much. Because I don't think it was one that when I first heard it, I was immediately like, oh my gosh. But this is a true storytelling song. If you know me, if you've watched my other videos, I love artists like Elton John, or by Billy Joel, I love the song Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Elton John and that Billy Joel song are great examples of storytelling lyrics. Like, so many of Elton John's songs are just telling you an entire story, not necessarily a story about oneself, but like looking at someone's life story. And that's this John Mayer song. It's a style of song that I really have always been very drawn to, so that I loved immediately. But I also love how different it is in his catalog. And it's a very kind of sad yet uplifting song. There is a music break, but it is not over the top. It's not this massive electric guitar situation. It's all just very tastefully done to work with telling the story of Walt Grace. Number 6, we are going to Heavier Things. This is my one and only song from Heavier Things. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Heavier Things. Just, this is the only one that made it into the top 10. Split Screen Sadness. Split Screen Sadness. This, man, the song title really says it all. It's a sad one. It's a very sad track. But, oh man, there are lyrics in that song that I think are so great, that I have loved forever, because I can't wait to figure out what's wrong with me so I can say this is the way that I used to be. Love that line. And in general, I think this song is the epitome of sadness. Like, it's still a mid-tempo track, but the overall production is very sad, and the organ adds to it. It adds a beauty to it that I think is so necessary. This song is definitely like, the lyrics are it for me. I think it's a beautiful way of conveying how being sad can feel in a variety of situations. And that is something, oh man, I just love John Mayer's lyrics. And I know many, many people do. There are so many lyrics of his songs where I think he just has a way of writing lyrics that put feelings, or more complex feelings, into words that others may struggle to find the words for. And I think that's why I've always been so drawn to not only the music, but the lyrics of his songs. And Split Screen Sadness is no exception. Number 5 is my second one from Born and Raised, A Face to Call Home. A beautiful, beautiful, happy love song. There aren't so many happy, happy love songs that I love by John Mayer, and this is one of them. And also, this one performed live is gorgeous, but I love the music outro. It's beautiful. It's grand. I do love a grand moment from John Mayer. As much as I love the tender songs, the grand ones, you know, they're so incredible. I think A Face to Call Home is one of the cutest John Mayer lyrics in a song. It was just so refreshing to hear such an adorably written love song from John Mayer with this like still very wonderful, recognizable grandness that can come from a John Mayer track, even though this one is on the Born and Raised album, where he's definitely got a different vibe going than what you were hearing on, say, Battle Studies or Continuum at that point. Speaking of Continuum, You thought, whoa, you went through number 5 without having a single track from Continuum. Well, that's because Continuum is gold. You know, like Continuum is an absolute gem of an album, probably one of my favorite albums of all time, and I'm sure other people feel the same way. So I do have 2 songs from that album, but they are both in the top 5. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. I feel like this is a classic John Mayer song. I would probably guess that many people would have this song somewhere in their top 10 list. If you were to tell me to pick a song that can give like 1 or 2 songs that would give the overall vibe of who is John Mayer, and I'm talking like his collective catalog of music, I would definitely probably pick Slow Dancing in a Burning Room because it has that very moody electric guitar, his very recognizable style of playing, I would say, combined with the beautifully descriptive and vivid lyrics. And it's a sad song. John Mayer loves a good sad song about love. The whole line, that is the chorus, "My dear, we're slow dancing in a burning room." It's gold, man. It's just so painfully good. You can't deny how much of a classic this song is. And number 3 is my second one from Battle Studies. This was one of the first songs I thought of when I knew I wanted to make the list, and I knew it was going to be in my top 3, no doubt, and that's Edge of Desire. Everything I talked about, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, this is kind of like in the same wheelhouse of John Mayer songs. But this one, really, I just find so moody and gorgeous. It's a yearning song, 100%. And whether or not that is a situation you relate to, it doesn't matter. This song puts you in that zone, even if you're not in a situation where you would ever be in that zone. It's just like the most wonderful portrayal of yearning for someone in a song, lyrically and musically. And the level of hype I feel when it's about to embark on the music break, I think I love that guitar solo. It is like a wailing, kind of miserable, passionate sort of music break. And I feel like it's hard for me to think of many songs in general that I would say like you can just feel the passion oozing from it. And that is definitely one of those very few songs where I feel that. Number 2 is from 2001, Room for Squares. When I discovered this song, it was like, it was an immediate love. It was love at first sight. That is 3 by 5. This song takes me away mentally. And lyrics, absolutely love the lyrics of this song. I think it is beautiful. It is a happier love song. Once again, man, there are just some iconic lines that I can think of that I love from John Mayer. And 3 by 5 has a lot of them. And I love the bridge where it says, "Today I finally overcame trying to fit the world inside a picture frame." I just love the lyrics. I have found this song to be very inspiring for me at different points in life, because even though it's a love song and saying like, "You'll be here with me next time, no more 3 by 5s, I also just think this song makes me feel inspired to just go out and live life to the fullest, like regardless of love or not. It just makes you think about going out there, living life, and the arrangement is so dreamy. It's an acoustic guitar song, but it still has a very powerful, dreamy arrangement that just pairs up so well with the concept of the lyrics. Yeah, I find this song to be very inspiring, and I have loved it for probably, at least half of my life at this point, and that's crazy. Number one is another song where the lyrics are it for me. So These last two tracks are just songs that I find to be very inspiring. And number one is from Continuum. And I believe when I made an album ranking of Continuum that this was my number one song, and that's In Repair. It's not the grandest of grand songs in regards to, like, you know, Dreaming with a Broken Heart, Edge of Desire, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, even A Face to Call Home. But it is a beautifully uplifting song. This song has been there for me through some really challenging times in my life. It has a very special place in my heart, just like 3 by 5. I'm in repair. I'm not together, but I'm getting there. Whether it's love, whether it's just any area of life, I feel like the lyrics can relate to just if you are in a place where you are wanting to improve yourself or feel like you need to be bettering yourself, but instead of kind of wallowing in it, you're kind of in this place of acceptance and knowing that you're going to get better. You are working on yourself. I think it's a wonderful message. It's a wonderful lyrical concept. The music in Continuum period is just incredible, but it's not one that I would anticipate many other people having as their number one, but it's just one that has resonated with me in various times of my life. I think in general, to conclude this sort of ranking video, it is very fair to say that for me personally, John Mayer's music has just hit this true emotional spot that has made it very near and dear to me. Whether there are songs where maybe I don't relate 100% to the lyrical context, I just find so much beauty in the lyrics and the arrangements. But there are quite a few songs that I have found myself relating to hard. And that is why I have had such a personal attachment. And what really does it for me, though, is not only the lyrical context, but it's just the style of music John Mayer has in his catalog and produces is just so up my wheelhouse of what I am very naturally drawn to. Thank you, John Mayer, for creating music that I personally have found to be very comforting or very inspiring throughout my lifetime. And I'm sure millions of other people feel the same way. And please let me know in the comments, like I said, what songs you love from John Mayer, because he has so many songs. Dude's been making music a long time, so I'd love to see what songs you enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. It would mean so much to me. And thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it to this point, the very end. And until my next one, bye.